probably the 4th or 5th exposure session that I will have filmed this week, but I don't have any of them to upload, and the reason for that is because my phone stopped working and I had to restore it. I tried updating it, I tried taking everything off it. It was just that the sound wouldn't work, and it thought that my headphones were in, which they weren't. And I basically did all this stuff to my phone, and then it just fixed itself overnight. So that was a fun time. I am on my way to I've just got some errands to do today. Basically, my last exposures were a little bit more exciting. I am going to go to the library. I have to go to the orchard and get some fruit. I have to go to Aldi and get some groceries. So very exciting stuff ahead. And the reason I haven't filmed an exposure video in almost a year, joys. What's wrong? I have waited like for the last 2 hours to actually leave the house and go to the library because I was trying to get Lila to go down for a nap, which she wouldn't do. So now she's all cranky, tired. So you'll have to excuse the noises from the back there. That's actually what I was saying, is that I haven't filmed an exposure video in almost a year because 9 times out of 10 I have Lila in the car with me, and not only is it difficult to film when she's in the car because she likes to yell and throw and do lots of attention-seeking things in the car, I also just wasn't entirely comfortable filming and concentrating on talking to the camera while I'm driving with my daughter in the car. But now that I've sort of gotten a handle on my driving, and I feel a bit less anxious in the car, I'm more comfortable driving with her in the car and filming at the same time. And actually that's why the camera angle has changed as well, because I originally had it over there, which was great because you didn't get sort of the sunlight shining through and all the roads passing in the background. But I think it's actually illegal to have a camera on that side of your windscreen, possibly. I don't really know the rules on that, so I'm just doing what I know is legal and having it positioned correctly. You can probably tell that I am a lot calmer than I was in my original exposure video. And honestly, that's just because of how I get out every day. And I'd like to say that the reason I get out every day is because I'm really diligent with my exposure therapy. But it's actually more because Lila gets really narky if she's at home for too long. So it helps if we can get out at least once a day and go to like the library or the shops or the playground or just somewhere. And then she's a little bit happier at the end of the day. So she is actually a big reason for my recovery, because she's pushy. No one wants to deal with a grumpy baby, so the things that a mum will do to avoid having a grumpy baby. Right now I'm feeling pretty good with my anxiety levels. Yeah. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous because back there, I don't know if you can hear, but someone was tooting their horn, and I don't think they were tooting at me, but the thought came into my head of, are you tooting at me? Am I doing something wrong? And then this car driving past, the guy was like leaning out of his window, and I'm like, is he leaning towards me? And it's those silly things where I start catastrophizing and I think that like everyone's staring at me. That's something that sort of starts to sick, or you know, if I need to throw up, or if I need to go to the bathroom, or just something, if I need to get out of the car, it's like I feel like I can't. I feel like I'm stuck. But I'm starting to sort of trust that I'm okay in the car, and that if I do need to stop for whatever reason, I'll be okay out of the car as well. I don't know why that was such a huge thing in my head. It was like, once I'm in the car, I'm there for good. I'm stuck there, and I can't ever get out. And you know, if I described that to someone, they'd probably be like, well, that's just really illogical and really dumb. But it was such a real fear in my head, and it still is sometimes a real fear depending on where I'm going. It's really just been a matter of reminding myself that there are plenty of places to stop if something goes wrong. And yeah, like, I will be okay. I have always been okay. It's funny that there's never actually been something that's happened this whole time I've had panic disorder. There's never been an event or an instance where I have, you know, completely lost the plot and not been okay. I mean, on a level of 1 to 10, I've never been a 10 where things have gone so catastrophically bad that I've barely been able to survive. I've probably been at like a 7, but never a 10. So it's weird that after 3 years of that, my head still wants to tell me that there's a very real possibility of that happening. Isn't it silly the way our brains work? So I'm pretty much at the library now. This is only the second time I've been here, so I'm not like entirely sure where I'm supposed to be going. The library's huge. It's like a shopping centre. But the library has an underground car park. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get some books, and then yeah, I'll be off to the orchard. So I'm in the library just now, and people always talk to you when you have a kid because, you know, Lila will like wave at them or smile at them or something, and they'll strike up a conversation. And this elderly guy starts talking to us, and he's saying like what a sweet baby she is, and how lucky I am, and just being really nice. And then we were talking about books, and then he starts telling me about how like precious life is, how not only do I have to love Lila, but I have to really love myself. You know, life's too short to spend time hating yourself, or spend time being fearful, or I can't remember what exactly he said, but it was sort of it was that kind of sentiment. And that happens to me so often. People will start telling me things like that, and I used to think it was because maybe I looked like I was struggling, like I was nervous, or I just looked sad maybe. But this is probably people are gonna think I'm really kooky for thinking this, but I believe that the universe works in strange ways, but that it works in very obvious ways as well. I think that when I go out and when I'm nervous and when I need sort of a bit of extra confidence, I always tend to get it from a stranger. Someone will be really nice to me, or they'll actually say, you know, you need to love yourself. And it's just so bizarre, but so nice. So when I came here last time, in my last exposure video, if you watched that one, you'll remember that I was freaking out about how busy it was in the underground car park, which is funny because now when I watch that video, I'm like, it wasn't busy in the underground car park at all. Like, it was weird that I'd been out of the world for so long that I thought that, you know, three cars made a busy car park. Anyway, I'm going to go into Aldi now and get my groceries, and then it's off to the orchard. Always got to make a playground pit stop. We've got a Coles truck in Aldi. Terrible. I was going to go finish up on the vlog that I filmed yesterday, and I was aiming to do it before this one woke up, but that didn't really happen. So yeah, basically I just wanted to say that exposures have gotten a lot easier for me over the last 12 months, and like I said in the car, it's because I do them every day now, which has been really helpful to me. But for those of you who might be struggling with agoraphobia or panic attacks or just getting out of the house, honestly your best bet is to just keep at it every day. Just start out really small, going for walks, and you know, just even going down the end of your driveway if that's all you can do. But just keep going, and it feels like really slow progress, but when you look back 12 months later and you think, wow, I've actually come a really long way. Baby's fun. So yes, that's my real advice with getting out there and doing it as best you can. Oh, that's lovely. Let me know if there's any more videos that you want to see. I'm happy to do more exposure videos. I have a few more exposures planned for this week that I have to do. But yeah, I just wanted to make a note that if you're suffering from anxiety and you're struggling, you can get there. You really will get better. You've just got to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And it's exhausting and it sucks, I know, but it really is the key to getting better. It's that quote that your recovery lies on the other side of fear, or the other side of your comfort zone. I should learn that quote. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there's any other kind of videos that you want to see to do with anxiety or even to do with babies, because I got one of those.